Hindi films, for the longest time, everyone wanted to sound like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Every character is out of his space. People have lost kingdoms, people are getting kingdoms. And he said, you know, I was worried every time I saw you because you were not looking like my guy. I'll want to watch from time to time on DVD and say, I can't believe I did it. Hi, this is Saif Ali Khan and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have this Saif Ali Khan, his movie is coming up, Laal Kaptaan, and there's a lot of stuff that is happening around him. Pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thanks.
When we hear your language and lingo in Laal Kaptaan, it's something that is not natural to you because you have this wonderful accent and English style of talking. But you have had several films in your career where you have gone out of your comfort zone and you've surprised audiences, be it Omkara, even Bullet Raja, I think was a film that...
देखो यार, मुझे अभी 30 साल हो गए, तो I can speak in various ways.
Right.
Now my natural way of speaking English is a certain way, but that doesn't, I think, you know, if I have a little Gujarati accent in Bazaar, or if I have a kind of a Haryanvi accent in Omkara, or whatever the accent is, nowadays films have become great to act in the sense that, you know, you should, every character should have a particular way of talking, like every human being on this set also has a particular way of talking. I think in Hindi films, for the longest time, everyone wanted to sound like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah.
You know, with a nice bass voice and a good, clean
Many
Hindi
still
delivery.
do. Many
Which still do.
Yeah.
But it's nice in a film if you get a chance to put on a bit of an accent, because that's what differentiates characters the most from each other. So Laal Kaptaan was also kind of like, it's a film that's set, William Dalrymple's just written a book called The Anarchy, which is set around exactly the time of our film, and it wasn't, but the time that the film is set in was a crazy time, you know, and this is a kind of a revenge drama about a lone kind of warrior, and there's many other things happening. Every character is out of his space. People have lost kingdoms, people are getting kingdoms, which is why it's the anarchy. At the core of it is almost a supernatural kind of story about, like I said, a revenge drama, but also like a Western, you know. So the treatment is very kind of like that, like an Italian Western, but in a very Indian way. So I've always wanted to do a film like that. And I'm really excited I got a chance. Sorry, I'm going off a bit, but accent-wise...
You know, I'll tell you something honestly. We speak to many actors.
Yeah, of course.
We've seen many films. We tend to see many films. Many times, actors don't experiment that much. So, the way they sound in maybe one movie, more or less they sound in other movies as well, even though the context maybe requires them to talk in a certain manner. So, I think you are one of the very few actors. Yeah. There are very few actors who actually try to become a part of the context.
It'd be great. That's the fun of it, if you can do it. And that's the reason I said I've been here 30 years is because I think we should be allowed to have whatever accent. We should be allowed to dress however we want. Like some people, you know, you need to look a certain part off screen also. Because maybe the producer, like I've worked with some guy, I worked with Nitin Kakkad, who I really love.
Jawani
Janiman recently. And he said, you know, I was worried every time I saw you because you were not looking like my guy. So I was like, you know, but that'll come last minute when we get the haircut and we change and we do we are in whatever look we're shooting at the moment. But I think that need to kind of project the hero constantly is a little worrying, you know, like you have to sound a certain way, dress a certain way and kind of be a certain way. I should be allowed to have an English accent if I want, or speak like this if I want, or dress like this, provided when the camera is on, I can give you what you want. That's an actor. Like some of these guys in America, they've got Australian accents. You don't even know.
Yeah.
They've got like, you know, English accents. But when the camera's on, they're sounding well, like whatever they're supposed to sound like. So that's the way I think.
No, that's interesting. All right. And when you were approached for this character, what was your state of mind like?
Well, I think Anand Rai said to me that it's a little crazy, this film. He said it's a little mad and, you know, I'll understand if it worries you, but what do you think? And Navdeep I met and he showed me some sketches and I instantly connected. I thought this is like a graphic novel. It's like a if you had to think of an Indian superhero, like this is a great, it's a mysterious swordsman, which is a kind of legend in the West and Japan and all this kind of thing. There's a mysterious swordsman, you know, it's like a Western character. What is a Western character? Mainly would be a lone guy. You don't know who he is, you don't know where he's from, what is he doing, he needs to take revenge, there's some burning pain inside him, he has bad dreams, there's a mystery in himself. He's deadly with the sword, he's got this kind of thing. So he's like that. So anyway, when they narrated it to me and told me the story, just the context of the story, the story itself, and particularly the character and the world, horses, sword fights, you know, cannons, and all these forts that we see in Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, you know, those empty abandoned forts for the last 400 years, we made them come alive with flags and horses and armies. So to do a historical film like that, but not like, you know, one of these CG driven historical movies that we see, which we love, it's great, but this was kind of raw and real, and something really special, which I think to my dying day, I'll want to watch from time to time on DVD and say, I can't believe I did it. And
oh wow.
Because it was too difficult, yeah. It was too difficult.
Must be. And even the way I think that they're promoting is something which is different. The way they're just introducing the trailers and teasers.
I don't know if it's
like,
different. It's nice. It's like normal promotion. It's good promotion. You know, they like
usually we get like a theatrical trailer, but this is like they're coming in
online more.
In terms of like one minute video came up, then like 1.5 minute video came up. So which is the building up in a.
But there's some smart guys in marketing these days. But I really like the way those little things are cut.
They are interesting. They're something different.
Yeah.
They are something different.
To create a new world, you know, and to create a new character, but to create the atmosphere of a new world. It's not easy. All this is done. I mean, it can easily look really flat, but when it works, like such interesting characters, Deepak Dobriyal, he's fantastic.
He's looking very good.
And everyone in the movie.
Sonakshi is there as well.
Yeah, Sonakshi's done a very, very small, very nice of her to do that, a kind of a very guest appearance kind of thing. It's not an integral part, but it's an important part. It's what, you know, she's the one who hires me, like, as it were. Hi, this is Saif Ali Khan, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.